going on, everybody? Spectrum here. After 4 weeks of not making a video, I am finally back. Yes, I have been away for Easter. Well, I say away, I was at home. I had my camera with me, but I wasn't making any videos just because I wasn't really in the mood. Well, I was and I wasn't, and I'll try and explain. This time last year I actually started this channel, and to those of you who have been around since then, you'll know that I came from another channel called Blackstar4280, which is where I did all my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Come over here, well, I didn't come over here, I made this channel, and what I was going to make it was a channel showing all different kinds of, the entire spectrum of games. You see where I got the name, and that was the intention. So I was going to show Minecraft, Yu-Gi-Oh's, Call of Duty, Crisis 2 and Homefront had just come out, and it was intending to show everything. A bit of Pokemon as well, but unfortunately Pokemon's a little bit harder to record on TV, so at that time I got a HD PVR. Unfortunately it broke, I had to go back, but I still remember the experience of, it arriving in the big Amazon box, because anytime something arrives in a big Amazon box, it's always very exciting. You know exactly what's in it, but it's still very much like, whoa, look at this big box. And I got my new headset and everything else like that at the time, so it was very, very exciting, very, very nostalgic time. So being at home around this time was like bringing back all those memories, and I thought, I'm in the mood. I was getting back into buying a HD PVR. I've been a bit worried because if it breaks again, it's going to be a little bit awkward having it. It's going to be very much annoying to buy a HD PVR after getting all excited again and it breaks again. Fortunately, they are a bit cheaper now, so it's a bit easier to get a hold of one. I know I already have the Roxio, but I've been also getting back into doing Let's Plays, because I feel like with Let's Plays you have sort of a whole series. If you don't get bored of it halfway through, you have a series of a game that you like playing, and then you get to share it with other people. Now, I know in the past I have stopped doing Let's Plays before. I did a Naruto one and a Uncharted 2 one. Those died very quickly. I had 2 Skyrim ones on the go just after I did my main Let's Play. The reason those failed is the Naruto and Uncharted 2 ones were recorded at the Roxio, and they were very, very difficult to make sure they all went well. You had to make sure that all the equipment was set up properly, and then editing them, putting them together. I felt for the first few I did pretty well. I edited out all the sound over the cutscenes, but unfortunately the recordings would, the actual audio would be quite a lot shorter than the video, so you'd slowly start seeing that I was saying things before it happened, etc, etc, and that kind of made it a little bit frustrating. And there was one recording I specifically remember it being completely wrong, and there was no way of me dragging it back. There was no way of me being able to post it, so I just thought, no, I'm not going to do this, not going to follow this up. And then the Skyrim ones, what happened was I didn't really want to be doing a guide anymore, because I had to be going through very thoroughly on a laptop that was lagging to show the subscribers and everything. And I thought, I'm not enjoying this, I'm just kind of doing what other people have done with Skyrim. The Battle Mage stuff I loved doing because no one else was really doing it at the time, and it was very, very enjoyable. So I kind of took a break, thinking I don't really want to make these videos anymore. 4 weeks to you guys may not seem as long, but for me it feels like I haven't made a video in ages. And I'm just kind of bored of the Roxio as well. The Roxio was just not nice to use. It took a lot to get it to work, and then the quality it gives you is just ridiculous. I made a montage not too long ago, well, it was one of the last videos I made, and it was just awful quality, and I look back at it and think, if I'd made that with an HD PVR it would have been a lot more watchable. But what I wanted to do was kind of go over some things that I'm going to be doing in the future once I've got this HD PVR. It shouldn't be too long from now, maybe a couple of weeks, and games that I'm going to be doing for Let's Plays. Now, to reduce the stress and all that that comes with making videos and such, I'm going to start off pretty simple, pick 3 games that I can do sort of short 10-minute videos for, post them easily from home with my terrible internet connection, and if I go back to uni, because I end in like 3 weeks, or 2.5 weeks now, if I go back to I have like my own flat, if I go back there, have to get my own internet, and my own internet is rubbish, then I still may have the same problem that I have from home. So I've picked some, very short games that I can do, very easy episodes for. So the first one we have Jak and Daxter HD Trilogy Collection. Now, when I say 3 games, I don't mean all 3 of these. I won't be doing the first one. Reason being is I never really liked the first one. It was too much of a platformer. Now, I've always played platformers, but I never really liked it. I never owned it until now. I don't think it's really aged too well with the HD remake. I don't know it off by heart. But not that I need to know a game off by heart, but at least like having experience in it before I do the Let's Play. So I can not like a forced guy, but just naturally I know what to do. And I never actually technically finished the first one, so I just don't want to do it. And in my opinion, you do not need the first game to know what happens in Jak 2. In Jak 2, it's almost a completely different game. You just need the 4 main characters, which are all really well shown in, say, like the first cutscene, which I think is a brilliant cutscene. It's one of my favourites in gaming in general, and I think it's brilliant. Going to start off with Jak 2, which could take, I think Jak 2 is the longest in the series. It's definitely I think it's the most difficult out of all of them. It could take quite a few episodes to do. Jak 3, on the other hand, will take me about a day to record. So, yeah. It won't take me too long to do Jak 3, and I'm going to enjoy doing those. Those are very fun. My new strategy is to record quite a way in advance. Anyone who remembers my Skyrim Let's Play will know that when I was doing the Let's Play, what I used to do is get up in the morning for an hour, record, then go onto the editing software. This was just after having a shower and breakfast and all that. Cut up the episodes into 20 minutes, put the audio in there, hope that the audio was not too much shorter than the gameplay. Go through, cut up into 20 minutes, sync it up. This is first thing in the morning. Render out each video and then upload them throughout the day. When I was off over Christmas, that was fine. When I got back into uni, it was just like not nice at all. Which is a bit of a problem when you're making a Let's Play for it. And that's when I was trying to get out 3 episodes a day, and that's kind of what killed it for me. Now, I think the Rock Show actually records in a very funny method, so I'm not going to be using that for the next Let's Plays. I will be using the HD PVR, and it should go a little bit smoother, so you'll get some better episodes, some better content, and it will be a lot less frustrating on me, so I should be able to finish each game. The third game in these short 10-minute episode formats would be Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I have up here because I don't actually have a physical copy of the box. I have it on my Xbox. You can buy it on the arcade. Now, I used to play this a lot as a kid, and it was a great game. I loved it. I think it's the best of the Need for Speed series. What I want to do is play it and kind of talk about the game and cars in general, kind of almost in a Top Gear format. And I think it'll be really easy. I've been playing it recently, and I've been like, I really want to talk while I'm playing this game, so hope to enjoy that. 10-minute episodes shouldn't be too bad. It doesn't take too long to play. In the first sort of 2 hours I had it, I got quite a way through the Blacklist, which is the kind of campaign for the game, so I'm really enjoying that. It may not be the only, speed car oriented, racing game that I do, but for now that'll be the first one of the first games I do on this channel, and those will kind of be running. I want to say they won't be running at the same time. I'll probably start Jak 2 first. I won't do Jak 3 until I've done Jak 2, but I might start Need for Speed Most Wanted as I'm doing Jak 2, so you have 2 games running at once on this channel, which would be fine. It'd be like 1 episode a week or something, just to reduce to maybe a couple of episodes a week, depends how much I play beforehand. I'll be planning it all out, and I'll be letting you know closer to the time when certain episodes will be out on one day. Now, after I finish those 3, depending on how quickly we get through them, I have a very long summer, and I'll be at home. I'll have a lot more, a few more resources at my disposal. So I thought, what are some games I could kind of do as more regular updates? Some things I could just jump on, record a little bit, talk to you guys, keep you updated, etc, etc. You know, just get closer with the fans, etc. And I thought, the first one I want to do, depending on if I enjoy it or not, is a bit of a taboo, but is Minecraft. Now, long-term subscribers will know I actually started with Minecraft, and my Let's Play basically consisted of 30% of the time was just me complaining about the lag, so I kind of stopped it for that reason. It was just hard to play, and I wanted to start my Call of Duty stuff. But at home I have a proper PC, and I've been considering this. It's just the fact I'm playing on a laptop. Playing Minecraft on a laptop is hard. And I used to love it playing on PC. I used to build these massive worlds, which unfortunately all got deleted, but I'll explain that another time. Those big worlds are what got me into making Minecraft videos. So I thought, I'll just make a little world, you know, to build up as I make videos and just talk. And then I'll build, you know, a couple of projects along the way that I wanted to share with YouTube in the first place. I actually had an idea of a building I was going to make, like a big castle, that was going to relate to me being the Spectrum, and I thought, looking back on it now, thinking, it wouldn't make that much sense. It wouldn't appeal to many people because I didn't have too many fans back in the day, but now I have quite a few more, so I'll do that. I'll make these big worlds that I can show off and, you know, just share a little bit. Now, the next game that I probably will be doing is Skyrim, specifically on the Xbox. You see, I do have it on PC, and I do think the PC version is a lot better. You have more functions on the keyboard, you have better graphics, better visuals. I know graphics don't make a game, but it is nicer looking. There are many more things that make it just a little bit better on PC than it does on Xbox. However, I haven't played it on Xbox for a while. I have so many characters on my PC that I don't like. I keep losing them. The PC version doesn't actually help the character I'm wanting to make for the next time I play through it. And I thought, with the new DLC coming out, I'll probably have the DLC on my laptop. I probably won't have it on the Xbox. I'll get it on the Xbox at that point. But basically, I'll be starting a new character, and instead of just going straight, you know, jumping straight into the Let's Play, add the new DLC, I'll probably start from the very beginning and just sort of work to it, like I did with my Battle Mage Let's Play. So, Skyrim. And something I just found today when I was out, which I really want to do, and I've always thought, if I ever find a copy of this game anywhere and its sequel, I will buy them without question. I'll just grab them and take it straight to the counter and be like, here, I want this. And the first one is Pokemon Colosseum. Yes! I love it. This was the reason, this game right here was the reason I got a GameCube. I love this game. Then XD Gale of Darkness came out, and I loved that even more, because that was... well, everything that this game did wrong was fixed by XD Gale of Darkness, so that kind of made it a lot better. Unfortunately, I got rid of both my copies of these because I played so much of them. I mean, Colosseum is a lot harder. There's a massive jump, like most JRPGs do, where you go from, say, I don't know, it's pretty easy. It starts off very easy, then it gets a little bit harder, and then suddenly, just towards the end, it jumps up in difficulty, and you just get these enemies that, one by one, get more and more difficult. And that's exactly what Colosseum does. Now, that means there'll be a lot of off-screen training, but I've always wanted to do a Pokemon game for a Let's Play, and I'll be able to borrow my sister's Wii. I'll probably save up and buy my own Wii, frankly, because I really don't want to have to play on hers, and I'll talk about more of that at the time, but by then I'll also be able to get a copy of the sequel, which is XD Gale of Darkness, which is among the many games out there, XD Gale of Darkness, Jak 3, and either Pokemon Emerald or Crystal Haven't quite decided which, I can never quite decide which. Those are my favourite games of all time. And Colosseum, you know, is one of the many. And so definitely be doing that, and then I'll get XD Gala Darkness and do that. Along those lines, once I get my own Wii, and I know this sounds a bit weird because it's like, oh, you've already got a Wii, yeah, but I want my own one. There's another game out there which I've always loved, I never actually owned, and that's Pokemon Snap. Now I loved that game to bits. I used to go around my friend's house, every time I was around there I was like, you got your N64 set up? Can I play on it? You know, and I just sit there, 2 hours, boom, done. Loved it. And they released it on the Wii like ages ago. You can now buy it for like a tenner. And I thought I'd do that. But then that also makes me think, should I just get an N64? Because then I can get Pokemon Stadium 2, and Pokemon Snap, and get this little device that allows you to play GB Color games and play Pokemon Crystal. I was thinking about it. Maybe in the future, we'll see. Now, on to what I like to think of the main source of videos on this channel by the sort of late summer, early autumn time. Recently I've been getting into a certain game series, another JRPG, that's really entertaining for me. I really enjoy it. And I thought, after getting experience with these other games for 10-minute episodes, increasing up to sort of 15-20 minutes, I was thinking, after that I'm going to get some serious Let's Plays done. And that series is Final Fantasy. Oh yes. Now you may remember recently Final Fantasy 13-2 came out, and that kind of sparked my interest. I really wanted to go back and play some of the originals. So, the first one I'll be doing is Final Fantasy 7. Oh yes. The sort of claimed to be the best of the series and one of the best JRPG games of all time. Final Fantasy 7, I've been playing it recently, really enjoying it, and I think I could do a pretty good Let's Play of it. We'll have to see. Second of all, Final Fantasy 9. Now, 9 along with 7 were the two Final Fantasies I played as a kid. Never actually owned them, but I always used to play at friends' house. I play a lot of games at my friend's house and never actually own them in real life. What can you do? But I played a little bit more of Final Fantasy 9 than I did 7, and on 9 I really wanted to know where the story was going. The story it's very sort of fairy tale-ish. It's what I imagine a Final Fantasy game to be more like. It's more, you know, sort of a nostalgic castle, knights, jesters kind of thing going on. And in my mind, it's what a Final Fantasy game should be like. So whenever I find a location like that in Final Fantasy 7 or any of the other games, I'm always like, oh yeah, it's Final Fantasy 9. So I'll be doing that as well. And then, moving on to the more recent ones, we first have Final Fantasy 13. I've just got this today actually, been playing it. It's pretty good so far. And I know this is one of the least favourite games. Well, as far as I know, it's only least favourite because it doesn't feel too much like a Final Fantasy game, but to me, it actually does. I just started playing this today and already I'm feeling like this is Final Fantasy 7 but with 3D graphics. It just feels like that. The plot just feels very similar. And when I'm playing it, I'll be sure to show you all the similarities. Of course, after that, we'll quickly follow it up with the sequel, Final Fantasy 13-2. Now, I've been playing this a lot recently. It's very good. Got it a couple of weeks ago. Almost finished the entire thing. Getting there. I'll definitely be doing this. And one of the bonuses about this, it has a lot of DLC, which I really enjoy. So, I'm getting the DLC eventually anyway. I thought, run through from this, what I'll do afterwards, use some of that DLC to the advantage. And then eventually, when it does come out, there'll be lots of DLC that we can use for this and feature in Final Fantasy 13-2. But eventually, there'll be a Lightning DLC, which shows Lightning's adventure through what she's doing throughout the game. And then hopefully, we'll get a Final Fantasy 13-3. This is kind of ruined at the moment. We don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. I think it will because I like an epic finale to this story of 13 and 13-2, but we don't know yet. It could just be ending up DLC. Obviously, if it is just ending up being DLC, that'll be fine, but I'd love it to be an actual game, and I think that'd be fantastic. So I'll be covering 13-3 when it comes around. But that, for now, is all the plans I have for this channel. Really hope that it goes well. I will definitely be showing you a video into when I get my HTP VR. In terms of my other vlog series, Spectrum Swag, there'll be episodes coming up very shortly. I thought I can't always upload those because I obviously don't get much in the way of swag every now and then. If you call it swag, I just call it swag because it begins with an S. You know, if I do get that, you can expect it on maybe a Wednesday, a Thursday, or a Friday. I'll have to sort my schedule out and what kind of videos I'll be putting up when. But that's it for now, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this vlog, something like that. And yeah, I hope you'll stick around to have a watch. It'll only be a few weeks' time. There'll be a few vlogs here and there, just to kind of remind you I am alive. Because I know 4 weeks, people can die within 4 weeks on YouTube. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and peace! 10 out to The other game is this, Skyrim, specifically on the Xbox. Reason not on the PC is because I know I said the PC version is better. It is, trust me, the PC version of Skyrim, that version is not going up.